to the Sleep of Many Eyes. My name is Ivan Van Norman, and I will be your DM for this off-the-table session of Dungeons & Dragons. So let me explain what that means a little bit. Much like you do when you play Dungeons & Dragons, there will be players. I will be the GM. There will be stuff happening, and we don't know what's going to happen. We have a beautiful set, including the Yawning Portal here, as well as other things that you're going to see throughout our 3 sessions today. Everything is tying in together, but this one is particularly interesting because we are going to have closed NPCs who are interacting with our players in a similar fashion that the Dungeon Master would. So, a bit of a disclaimer, there's a lot of moving parts here, guys. This is going to be fun. It's going to be wild, it's going to be crazy. So we're going to enjoy having you come along this path with us. I also want to celebrate our players who are going to be playing with me today. You'll be meeting them and their characters in a second. But let's do a little bit of, well, logistical work as well, too. We're going to set up the situation here in a second, but in the meantime, I want to celebrate 4 really amazing players who kind of are going to contribute to this session in the meantime. So let me explain. We have 4 ability tokens that are going to be given. So while this is still Dungeons & Dragons, there is going to be checks that are going to be made, but instead of casting magic or going through a lot of the combat you might expect on the table, really, they're going to have burnable abilities that they're going to be able to use in the game in order to help their adventures moving forward. Now, if they're going to do standard things like, you know, investigation checks, search checks, stealth checks, all the other items, instead of rolling a dice on a table, which would be difficult since we're moving around so much, instead, they're going to pull from my deck. And this will allow them to basically reveal cards that have die results onto them. And this will determine the degree of success that they will impose upon the world around them. So, let's talk about the abilities. The abilities, where did I put those guys? Oh, there they are. These 4 abilities are bestowed upon from our ARG players who, well, I will name right now. We have at Maurician Tobey, who is providing our ability for Malakar Demodan, our own Mark Hulmes today. We have at Sean T, who will be providing our ability for Tuku Pahome, who is our friend Dave Walters. We have at Guest User 17. They have provided the Benny, the ability for Rosie Beestinger, who is our own Kate Welch today. And then we have at Vor2 with 2 T's, who is going to be giving our ability for Vlanya Umahara, who is going to be our final player in this session today. So our 4 player characters are going to be interacting in our world with all of our amazing groups. Oh, and it looks like we have them all here. Guys, are you ready to play Dungeons & Dragons? Yeah! On a set with all of the things? Look at this. I know it's a thing. Elminster's here. Oh, shh. But yes, he is. Let me set up your story, all right? As I said earlier, you are at the Yawning Portal. And the Yawning Portal, as you know, is a celebrated tavern in one of the most prestigious parts of Waterdeep. At the same time, you are here because you have all been sent here. You all know by who, but none of you all know whom sent who. So you are in a position now where you may or may not all know each other, but you all know you're here together for one purpose, and that is something for you to discover, all right? You've been told, all of you, that not only are you to meet each other in this location, but you're also to meet the contact. They weren't specific on who, they weren't specific on how, but someone at the Yawning Portal is here to meet you who has precious information about the Dragon's Hoard, which is what everyone in Waterdeep is looking for right now. In fact, you know for certain that Waterdeep is just, it is the topic of the hour. Everyone is talking about the Dragon's Hoard, but not everyone's talking about it openly. So, come up to the bar, because you're going to all have a drink, and I'm going to hand out your abilities. So, is there anything else? Did I explain everything you wanted the people to know about your characters, or is there more you'd like to know?
We have, no.
Kuko, there you are. Welcome to the game.
You Tuco Pomoha at your service.
Rosie B. Singer. Welcome to our game.
Thank you.
Malakar, Demoden.
Scoundrel, at your service.
Welcome to our game. And Vlana, Umbara.
Thank you, Dungeon Master.
Welcome to our game. So,
Hey.
the smell of mead and the sound of the underlying topic of conversation as Waterdeep buzzes around you. The Yawning Portal is surprisingly full for the day, but at the same time, everyone seems bestowed. There's an anxious energy in the air as people seem to be talking in hushed whispers about things that should be kept in hushed whispers. You are all sitting here together at this luxurious bar in which you are, some of you, quite familiar with. Some of you, maybe not so much. And you recognize a few, well, famous faces. Durden, always taking his position at the bar, seems to be here, waiting for orders. There seems to be a large amount of people who, you know, for all intents and purposes, may or may not be a part of your adventure today, but, you know, who knows? Really, what I'm trying to ask you right now is, what do you want to do? You're here. You're in the portal. You've all met each other. Well, presumably now.
Are you the Rosie B. Singer?
Oh, gosh, I thought I could last 5 minutes without someone asking me this question.
Your deeds are legend.
Please, please, please. Hold me staff.
Man, yeah, absolutely.
Would you like to get a drink with me?
Oh, I'm so thirsty.
That is the first thing I wanted to
Yes,
do.
let's
We're in a
do it.
bar.
Let's do it.
Would you like to call the bar at this point? Are you looking for the barmaid?
Yeah.
I would like to speak to my friend Durnan.
Oh, would you like to speak to Durnan?
Yes.
Ah, all right. Well, it looks like Durnan might not be available at the moment. He seemed to have gone behind the bar at the moment. But I do think there is a bar mistress coming out. Bonnie, who some of you may... Oh, well, there's Durnan, actually.
It's very
By all means, Durnan is here.
Durnan, darling. You know, we are very thirsty, and also we're looking, you know, do you know anything? Do you know, is there anything fun going on, any rumors? You know I love collecting these rumors.
Now, before you ask that, Durnan, I think it's probably pretty important for you now to make a pull for investigation check.
Here we are.
What does that mean? Is it upside down?
No, it's a 5.
Okay.
Durnan, do you know this woman?
I don't believe we've met.
Durnan, I come here all the time. It's Blanya. Oh, you might not. I did my hair today.
I'm sorry, Rosie?
I don't know her either. Just met her. But it is so good to see you, my old friend.
This is a bit awkward.
Oh, my goodness.
I think my friends and I are a little thirsty. Can you do something about that?
Well, of course we can do something about that. Is there something else that you require?
Well, if that barmaid's around, I wouldn't mind a quick word, if you know what I mean.
Well, I can introduce you.
Oh, yeah, please, Durnan, of course.
Are we all talking about the same things?
I don't know.
Well, at this point, you can definitely hear the sound of the barmaid coming out. Some of you may know her, some of you may not, but a lot of people in this town simply know her as, well, Bonnie. So, Bonnie, it's good to see you.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Welcome to our little group.
Welcome to the Yawning Portal.
Oh, thank you very
See
much.
you.
Oh, I don't suppose we could get a couple of round of drinks.
Yeah.
We're quite thirsty folks.
Looking for drinks?
Yeah, looking for
Clean glass, please. Not like last time.
Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, yeah, we got glasses for you. Got glasses for you. Oh,
Thank
here
you
we go,
very
here we go.
much.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Here
very
we go.
kind.
There
Yeah.
seems to actually be a large menu that's actually standing on board, and actually it would probably be good for you to say what you would like to drink, since a bar often has many different options.
Yeah.
If I might recommend the Shu Lung Earth Dragon.
There's a lot of really interesting things on the menu today. Take a look. Let me know what you'd like to order.
The expensive one. This Salonian special.
The Cerulean special vat. Oh, it's lovely. That's good.
Yes,
That's
thank
good.
you.
Yeah. Yeah. Most of the ales are good, but that's my favorite, I think.
The price is right.
Yeah.
You haven't got any specials on, anything that's not on the menu itself?
Now, who's going to be paying for this, if you mind me asking at this point?
We have gold.
Yeah, you all have no gold, but I'm more interested in who's paying.
I must buy a drink for the legendary Rosie Beestinger.
You
so-
must
yes,
indeed, yes.
yes.
Yeah, on the house, but who might be paying? Who might be
So-
I think
Me,
my
yes,
paying-
yes,
my
yes,
soul
absolutely,
friend here
sure,
pays.
yes.
Fantastic.
So it looks like we have a
all around.
Sherlonian special vat, if I am correct. Who else is looking for something?
I would like the Shulong Earth Dragon, as always.
Great.
2 of those,
A,
please.
a fine choice.
So that's
It's lovely.
35 copper pieces. What else?
I'm just having a think. What's that one down there? The Dragon's Breath
Brew.
Brew.
Dragon's Breath Brew. Oh, aye.
I got you, Bonnie.
Thank you.
Oh, quite
you always
well
do. You
priced.
always do.
You don't have anything more expensive than anything on there, do you?
Well, no.
The Sherlonian special vat seems to be
That's-
coming in at a
that's
solid
the
18
one.
copper pieces.
Yeah, I was hoping for something worth a bit more, but yeah, sure, we'll go with the Dragon's Breath Brew for me.
All right.
All right.
That looks to be 48 copper pieces.
You could have 2.
I
What-
could, yeah. I just
Just
wanted
up
something
the
a bit
price.
classier, you know?
Yeah, me too. I get you. Understand.
I know what happens when you drink, so perhaps just the one.
I know it's so fun. Don't
This is the
ruin
place
my
for it.
So, well, we are here working. We are, aren't we?
Thank you.
Aren't we all? We know.
Can we be very frank with each other,
Yes.
please?
But always.
I like to put it right out on the table, so to speak.
I've heard.
There's the ones.
I have been hired by an unknown party to investigate, to acquire some knowledge about a certain pile of treasure. I assume you all are here for the same purpose?
Yes.
News to me. What?
Oh,
No.
Yeah.
So
You've not been hired by somebody to look into a certain pile of gold.
Word, one would
Yes.
say.
Yeah.
Yes, that's almost
And-
exactly what I just said.
It is, and you work for now somebody who's quite interested in acquisitions. I've heard you've got a little
I'm
business in Red Larks.
I'm
or
sure I
something?
don't know what you mean.
Oh, of course not. Of course not. Yeah.
I've heard stories.
Definitely. I'm sure you didn't come all this way for nothing.
And we were told we're supposed to meet someone here.
Yes.
Durnan, I know you're listening because you always are. What do you know about this?
Let's see his knowledge. Make a poll.
Oh, hi.
All right. Durnan, you know a lot of things in this town. You hear a lot of things. You've also been told at this point that there's a lot of people who are looking for the Dragon's Hoard in Waterdeep at the moment. And to be fair, the amount of leads that have been coming around here have been investigated and explored almost to its fullness. Durnan wouldn't know whether he has a good lead or a bad lead because there's so much noise in Waterdeep right now that it's hard to determine what's right and what's wrong at this stage of things. So,
Okay. I think it's time we try to figure out.
Somebody in this bar's got to know something.
Somebody does. Somebody does.
There are some people whispering right behind me. Oh, they've got paperwork.
They do
do.
have
Oh,
maps
yes.
of some
Oh,
sort.
I,
yes.
And there's
do you know what? I
books
think.
and some big blokes over there.
Well, I think you should go
Oh,
and
I
speak
like-
to the big blokes.
I
Oh,
like
yeah.
That's
I think that's a really good idea.
I see a fellow
maybe
tiefling. I think I might
you-
go over and see if she needs any help.
He's
you know what I'm
big
saying?
too. You could come with me and protect me.
Absolutely. After you.
Rosie,
Rosie.
that guy looks your age. You can go and speak to him.
Rosie, perhaps stay away from the big blokes. We don't want any trouble.
Yes, I heard you're feisty.
so what are we thinking about doing? There is a lot of people in this bar, and we have determined that Durnan, while having a strong knowledge of everything in Waterdeep, doesn't know specifically about what you're talking about.
Okay.
Who's on deck?
Tiefling to tiefling
I'll
first?
see. Yeah, by all means.
TVT?
I mean, she has really good horns, and I like her ears.
Yeah, I like her horns and ears too. Excuse me. I don't mean to interrupt. That's a familiar face. Me and my friends were around, and we thought you guys looked like a bit thirsty. There's no drinks around. I couldn't buy you a couple of drinks, could I?
Let me have you come up here real quick so that we can, unless you would prefer to stay here. I think she might need a little more persuasion
An 18.
All right. What is your name, my dear?
She likes your points as well.
Rhaegar here is having a sublime conversation with some intimate company at the moment. She doesn't seem too happy that you took the time to interrupt her conversation, since she seems to be with somebody else at the moment. And at the same time, she appreciates the boldness in which you took this opportunity to come out. So she's not one to complain, but somebody else might.
Well, I'll just take a seat down here. Well, what a busy day in the Yawning Portal, eh? What brings you guys here? Oh, make sure we've got drinks coming as well. Make sure you've got what you need. I can cover it. I interrupted after all.
Simply business.
Business? Now, you look familiar. You know, I seem to remember a young lad from Waterdeep around here. Diath?
That's right. I was wondering if you would remember Melikar.
Yeah, I remember. How's the bread been?
Shadow bled dry.
Ooh, that's not good.
Yeah, Dragonclaw got pretty deep.
You're not in the look for a bit of tin, are you?
Not at the moment. Currently dragging my belt.
Oh, I'm sure you must have heard about all this business going on. There's a lot of scrap going around lately. A couple of these I think people are looking for. Gold dragons.
I've only just returned to Waterdeep. I apologize. I actually don't know anything about it.
Ah, never mind. If you haven't met the rest of my companions for the evening, come and introduce yourselves. This is an old scoundrel himself.
Tuco Pomoha, at your service.
Tuco.
Yes.
Lovely to meet you.
Yes, scoundrel. There's still time for you, my friend. I was a scoundrel once.
It's not like that. I'm sorry. We got to get back to business.
Oh.
Maybe we can catch up in a bit.
This is beautiful. What is this?
Tuco, let's have you do some investigation, shall we?
Yeah, let's go deep in the deck. Deep pull.
Make a pull.
11.
Yeah, that is really interesting. It's so interesting that Diath covers it up immediately by flipping it over. He's not really interested in you taking a look at his private wares. Yes,
Didn't mean
my
to
dear.
intrude.
While they're doing that,
Yeah.
and while he is over there, I just glide my way over to these large, beautiful,
Oh, my.
beautiful men. Oh, gentlemen, you must be Minsk.
I am Minsk, and this is Boo.
Oh, Boo, I've heard tales. I've heard so, may I?
You may touch
Oh,
Boo.
Boo, I've heard so many tales of you. Yes, both of you, all of you, actually. I heard you are adventurers.
We are adventurers. This is Rasad.
Hello.
And this is Biff.
Biff. I am Vlania.
Hello, Vlania.
I sing many songs and know many tales, but I'm looking to partake in a new tale and go on my own adventures.
Lonnie, it sounds like you're trying to persuade some information out of them.
I sure am.
How about we make a poll for that?
What is this guy? Why he just pops out? Are you a
It just
magician?
pops out. Yeah, well, it's popping back in. You can pull it a little later. So, gentlemen, you're all sitting here for a nice drink at the Yawning Portal, and while this lovely lady has come about you to talk about business or adventuring, you all know that she is explicitly looking for the same thing everybody else is looking for inside of this town. And that may really not be something that you want to share, as delightful and as charming as she has been.
Minsk is happy to see you, but we are having a private conversation.
Oh, I'm so sorry to interrupt.
I'm sorry.
Perhaps another time.
Absolutely. Maybe I'll write a song about you and sing it.
Bonnie,
That
Oh,
would be great.
our sweet barmaid, I think at this point it would be probably very appropriate for you to rally out and either claim the drinks of our parched adventurers, or more importantly, see if they want more.
That's a fine thing. I've got menus, I've got drinks. No, Hey, pardon me, excuse me. Hey, aye. Who needs? You look like you've got no glass there. That's fine.
Could I see the menu?
You can.
Yeah, let's take it up to the front here, right at the front of the bar.
We'll take a look at the menu.
Yeah.
If you would like something else.
Absolutely. We've got. As you can see, most of those drinks are three, four cupper, but we've got some really standout selections as you've chosen for the really special customers.
Is there anything you would recommend?
Well,
May
I think you've chosen the things that I would recommend.
She's very good at her job picking some of the best drinks in Waterdeep.
I am. Absolutely. Yeah, the cerulean special. That's my favorite.
Cerulean special.
Yes, and I'll have you notice. This special drink board on the menu. It might help you.
I feel like I
you
pick
need.
up what you're putting down.
Well, pick it up, put it down. Pick it up, put it down.
You're getting it.
Now, do you have any other menus, Bonnie, or is that
Oh
pretty
no,
much
I've
it at
got
the
more
moment?
than that.
Yeah, let's
absolutely.
bring out a few more menus at this stage.
What are you thinking?
Who's got?
Thinking
We've
that
got.
there's
We've got.
Some significant to the drink title.
Information. I mean menus. Take a look.
Thank
Take a
you.
good look.
Oh, thank you.
What these might hold.
What's your favorite?
Well,
Okay.
the cerulean special vat is
Here.
my favorite. But you made a wonderful, wonderful choice there.
Excellent.
The Shalloon?
The Shalloon
Oh,
Earth
yes.
Dragon. It was very nice.
Delicious. Special. They're special.
Very special. Yes, they're very special. Yes. Yes.
As Bonnie would lay out, there's some very special drinks on the menu today. And I think
There's 3 that are 3 copper pieces. Everything else is very expensive.
They
There's
definitely
2 that are 4 copper pieces.
seem to be pointing us towards the Shulong and the Sarlunian special. Definitely seem to be significant.
I think I'm thirsty enough to order one of those.
Sledge.
Ready for another one then?
I am.
Y'all good?
those are some expensive drinks on the menu there.
I do have to
I'm
say,
an expensive woman.
Yes.
not on the menu.
I am but a humble servant.
We haven't even begun. I would love
Oh,
to.
are you looking for the barmaid?
I would love to hail the barmaid.
Bonnie.
Hi.
Hi.
Here I am.
You have really sold me on the Cerulean special vat.
Isn't it delicious?
Might I try it? I haven't given it a shot
Oh,
yet.
aye, sure.
Yeah, thank
Sure.
you. Thank you.
Coming right up.
Oh, yeah, we'll do
Coming right up.
Very nice.
Something
Running
more
low
to
on
it.
that one. Turning.
Yes.
I feel like she wants to say something, but she can't.
Oh, yeah. Here, let's take an opportunity. It sounds like, yes, Rosie would like some private time with Bonnie.
My dear.
Thank you so much.
Sure. Grab
While you guys
Just
continue to.
While I have a
converse.
moment with you alone, I have often found that the people who may be underestimated the most are the ones with the most information. You and I might be birds of a feather here, and I mean, we've got a lot of heavy hitters in this place, but I suspect you might know more than any of them. Can you?
Persuade.
It is a wellspring of information here at the Yawning
Sweet,
Portal.
sweet persuade. Oh?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You know a guy?
I know a guy.
You know a girl.
I know a girl. So
You know, well,
may I?
pronoun
I-
specific.
I will.
Depends
I
on
will
the
play
day,
this out.
don't you know? It
Yeah.
depends on the day.
So this
Been
my
thinking of
my
changing my
special
hair.
power is a plus 10.
It's a plus, it is a plus 10.
Okay. So what this does is allows me to use Rosie's extensive personal network to call in a favor, essentially, and so I will. And I say, don't I actually have I seen you before? Maybe I know your sister. Is that
Well, let's see if you know her
You might.
sister.
You might at that.
13?
Mayhap.
Yeah. Ooh. Ooh. I mean, it's vague.
Okay.
Bonnie, it is so vague, this kind of conversation. But yes, you do know. You can go for it.
Okay. All right. I'm glad you ordered what you ordered. That was a little bit of the information that I needed from you. So I'll let you know what's going on. This morning, Volo came out of the Yawning Portal. Aye, Volo. And as he came out, he laid something on the lip, and I didn't quite see what it was because before I could find it, look at it, a man stole it and took off. Now, I've seen him before. Easy to spot. Funniest thing, he's got live fish all over him.
Covering his body.
Have you ever,
Never.
live fish? But
Never.
I've seen him here. He works in the market district.
Okay.
And that's what I know, but I didn't see what it was.
Yeah,
So-
we don't even know if he really works there either, too. He
True.
could live there,
Seen
he could
him.
work there, but he's been in the market district.
Okay.
That's
Yeah,
for
right.
sure.
Thanks. Covered in live fish. Thank you.
Live fish. Thank you so much. Enjoy the drink.
What'd you find out?
I relate all of that. Live fish.
Live.
Have you ever?
God,
Oh,
no,
God.
actually. I've heard stories, but never that.
Such a thing.
It sounds kind of interesting.
We just didn't check.
Anyway,
Well, we have come up with nothing.
Oh, that's right.
So,
okay.
Well, we know that if he came out of the Yawning Portal, clearly this was a message. Perhaps it might be left by our employers, or perhaps they know somebody.
All right.
The fellow I was talking to earlier, he seemed suspicious. He was trying to cover something up when I
know,
came over.
I think I know him.
I'll go and speak to him. He weren't talking to me, but maybe he'll talk to you.
Who's this colorful
he
fellow?
seems
that's-
not to like aggressive, maybe like a little smoozing.
Excuse me. Did you notice this colorful fellow that has joined us?
I didn't. And well, now I do, obviously.
I mean,
Yeah, you seem to have put something up on the board as he walked in.
Lost wolfhound, vanished city dead last week. A fine gray wolfhound answers to lanky boy. If found, please bring to the nearest watchtower.
Oh, that's sad.
A lanky boy. Perhaps a woman of your sophistication might have better success speaking with a man such as this.
Dungeon
Yeah.
Master? I mean, I know who they are, but Vlanya would.
Would Vlanya know? I think a lot of people know
Like that.
colorful man and that elderly sage over there. So that is probably something that a lot of people in Waterdeep would be pretty familiar with, even if you weren't from the town as well of itself. So the question is, does Vlanya have the gumption to go over and approach such magnificent people?
I mean, this is pretty intense, even for Vlanya. Oh, come on.
Did you do it again?
I gotta say. I don't know. You're old. You should go talk to them.
That's what I said to start with.
Great.
You did
warrior.
say
You can't
that.
just
Hey,
say
it's
that she's old.
experience. I didn't. Well, I wasn't.
Rosie, did you say you recognized that fellow I was talking to? Because he definitely was covering something up. He was up to something. And they're talking business, but I don't know. His kind of business is my kind of business, and that makes me suspicious.
Well, just
He
like-
didn't know about the hawk.
That's true. But just so you know, it's Elminster and then there's Mert. I mean,
This
it's
is
like
Elminster?
Play it
Elminster?
cool, all right? Calm down.
It can't be a coincidence that a great warrior and a great wizard in the same.
and he lost a dog.
But if we were to assist Elminster,
You know, I think Elminster would love to meet a fan.
Yes, you should definitely talk to him.
would you like to join? Do not be yourself if you join me.
No,
The
no. I think this is your moment.
You
So
should
you
go and
should go.
talk to them. It's
Yeah,
very intense,
absolutely.
I
intimidating.
don't feel like fate is with me at this exact moment.
No,
No,
it's,
you're good.
Got this.
I
No,
believe.
I don't believe
No,
fate
you're
is
just-
with me.
So impressive.
I just turn away so he doesn't
Excuse me,
realize that we're
sir.
with him.
I don't wish to intrude,
Oh, don't worry, I've already done that.
but I would just like to introduce myself as Tuco Pamoha, at your service.
Well met, Elminster Shadowdale.
You are he!
I had that.
I'm not a man who believes in coincidences. So, to encounter you here, if there's anything I can do to be of service to you, I would like to offer anything I can do.
Well, it would seem that Elminster, sitting with some other notable notes at this point, are you a man of many needs, Elminster? I think you're quite taken care of as far as items and things
I
go.
have many needs, but none pressing. No, you would be going down the wrong path were you to seek to see to my needs.
Perhaps your companions. Could I be of an assistance to you, sir? Such gorgeous finery. I don't know if a humble servant such as myself could be of any use, but I offer anyway.
I don't know that you could be of any assistance to me at this point unless you can read.
At this point, you can feel the tap on your shoulder as Bonnie, the barmaid, at this stage, desperate to get your attention, maybe a little worried that you are soliciting some of her more higher-end clientele at this point, is grasping for your attention, Tuco.
Well met, all of you. Well met.
What do you need?
At this stage, Bonnie, I think you have more than enough. You've given Sweet Rosie here some vital information, but there is more to be had at this stage. And more importantly, while you've given to her, you've noticed that Tuco and all of the crew are kind of joining her. And at this stage, there is still something about that menu that you've baked deeply inside of there. So
True. You must look
Excuse me, sorry.
over the menu. All those special drinks will give you the help that you need.
But we'll have one of each.
My meaning.
He's paying.
I
there-
believe I've misplaced.
There might
It's
there
paper.
might be something to decipher out of
Parchment
those drinks.
Maybe a
There might be
piece
a
of
word.
paper might help with a writing utensil. Oh,
be-
look, it's your hair.
There might be a word to spell out.
I feel it. I
And if-
really feel it from you.
I was checking the first
mean-
letter,
Well,
but I couldn't see
I
it.
do know
Sled.
that you're the folks I needed to speak to.
Well, there's sled,
And I
that's
think
one
that,
word.
And these, the really
You've had
expensive
some of
ones,
the-
those
Might,
are.
yeah, aye.
you've had some of the finest drinks that Waterdeep has to
Is
offer at this
13
point.
copper pieces expensive? Because I really feel like it may or may not be.
Yeah, that's expensive for a drink.
Okay.
Oh, I think I know.
What do you reckon it is, Rosie? Come on.
This might be the letter in. So you circle the V. You circle the 17th
3
letter
copper.
of this.
Fine minds, I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ah,
It's the number
yes,
fourth
yes,
letter.
yes, I
Yes,
believe.
yes,
yes. Okay.
As great warrior, you're also brilliant.
Here,
You can stay. You'll like
You're getting
my
it now?
my
Sorry,
sweet tiefling,
yes.
let us have you come, and so you can have an easier time to
Yeah.
write all of these into place. But yes, there's
Maybe?
something so unique about each one of these letters on this menu.
I knew your wisdom
Can I
would
look at-
come in
can I look
handy.
Yes, absolutely.
These
mean,
years
gosh.
don't lie.
They sure don't.
Gosh, gee.
Gosh, gee.
I wish you could understand what I was trying to say.
Yeah,
Gosh,
no,
gee.
quite.
Gosh,
Gosh, gee, doesn't really quite sound like a thing very
no,
much.
no.
No, it really doesn't. Now, you know,
mean,
also
oh,
three. Well, let's dive into this a little.
Maybe that's nothing.
Look, gosh, oh.
You know that Neverwinter mead, 3 copper pieces is pretty common for
That's
a bar.
what I.
Okay,
Yeah,
so it is
yeah,
any of
yeah.
those ones,
Yeah.
okay.
Do you want a new
Yeah,
one?
yeah.
No, I'm good. I like the chaos.
You have taste like my own, ordering those really special,
I think it's nothing.
special drinks.
No.
I actually would like one of these in real life as well.
Right.
Okay.
I feel like puzzles are easier to solve when you're wasted.
I agree.
Well, then drink up because there is.
Aye.
You are in a bar,
We,
and there's letters to be had.
we aim to serve.
Oh,
Did you get
oh,
it?
yes,
Oh,
yes,
my darling.
yes. Oh, it feels good.
That-
3, 4,
that-
5, 6.
I don't know what they used to be, but that
So it
was
is
good.
that.
Yes.
Wait, wait.
So it is counting the ones
looks
that are
very good.
expensive,
1,
right?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I'm sorry. What was that?
10,
It is
Val?
counting the ones that are expensive. That's the.
The letters
You're a,
with
you're a
this.
fine, fine mind.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
This must be below.
13. That's what I think too.
Yeah.
Oh shoot! I just. Oh man.
So right now it looks like we have a G,
Yes.
we have an O,
But is
an
it?
L, another O.
No, because it'd be over here.
Go.
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 Lord. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8.
And
9,
what's that last letter?
R.
Ah, what does it say? Would you say it for me, Valana?
Galore.
Galore.
Glore.
Oh, that's a.
What an interesting word.
Cheers
Glore.
to that.
Lord.
Cheers to that, my friends.
Yes, I think that is absolutely worth a cheers. Let's all raise a glass for
I feel
Galore.
like I need a bigger one. Thank you, sir. Can I have that one? I would like to cheers with
All
this.
things in
As you wish,
moderation.
as you wish.
I'm
I don't
very.
need to overcompensate.
It was.
Now, Bonnie, if I remember correctly, Galore is something that you have been hearing a lot of talk of in the Yawning Portal. So
I have, and that.
it's
and
just been around. It is literally words whispered out from the great, the great sea of conversation that the Yawning Portal and Waterdeep has to offer. And I think that actually leads to two incredibly good leads for you. I would probably say that is enough information to take you to the market district of the great city of Waterdeep. And with that, I think we need to go and investigate our friends over at the Rivals of Waterdeep, because our adventure continues. as we move forward and discover, well, just what the rivals are up to at this point. Cheers. To Galore.
Well solved.
Wisdom. And galore.
Well done, well done.
See you on the next pass.
Oh.
Oh, smile.